Let me guess. Someone slacks you and says they need quick numbers for a meeting. You dig in, run the queries, double check the joins, polish it up, send it over, then nothing. Silence. This video is about how to stop being a data butler and start being a strategic partner. And it all starts with asking one word. Why? Let's walk through the anatomy of a classic data request. Hey, can we get the breakdown of customer engagement by region, segmented by week, for all the products back to Q1 2020? Well, then you have no context, no goal, no idea what decision this is even supposed to inform. But sure, let me just fire up this 13-layer CTE, go spelunking through the archive like I'm Indiana Jones, and I'll see what I can come up with. Look, I get it. Sometimes you do it because you want to be helpful. But helpful without context? There's no strategy there. That's just being agreeable. One of the best comments I've ever received said, "Sometimes we don't even know if we're solving real business issues or just calming down a stakeholder." Exactly. That is what happens when we don't stop and ask the right questions. Let me tell you about a real client engagement. This VP of sales wanted weekly reports showing the clicks on a new sales portal. Why? Because engagement was up and it felt like a win. Meanwhile, actual closed won revenue was down 18% quarter over quarter. Turns out, the entire sales team was spending more time browsing the tool than actually selling. The portal wasn't a win, it was a distraction. But nobody asked, why are we tracking this? Everyone was too busy celebrating conditional formatting. We're not in the business of decorating charts. We're in the business of driving outcomes and moving the needle forward for the business. Here's how you level up. Most teams stop at, so what? It's a great start, but it's not enough. Let's upgrade that to the why test. Why are we doing this at all? What is the actual business problem that we're solving? What decision are we enabling? Why now? What's the urgency? Should this even be a report, or should we just fix the broken process behind it? These questions are going to change everything, including the way your data team is seen in the rest of the business. Because suddenly, you're not just a deliverable machine. You're diagnosing the root cause. And here's the kicker. If you can't get a clear answer to at least a couple of these why questions, you've got every right to say no. Let's talk about career level ups. A senior engineer gets a request to build a clean, efficient solution. Cool, necessary. Respect for the senior data engineer. But a staff engineer, they pause and they ask, is this aligned with our business goals? Is it worth the engineering team's time? Could we automate this and move it onto a higher leverage project? Staff level thinking is asking not, how fast can I do this? But is it even worth doing to begin with? And here's the wild part. Business leaders respect this because deep down, they don't want pretty charts. They want confidence in the decisions that are being made. And confidence doesn't come from charts, it comes from clarity. So here's the challenge. Next time you get a data request, pause. Not for hours, not for a big think tank session. Just take 30 seconds, 5 minutes, and ask, what's the outcome here? What's the impact? Who's this helping? And what will they do with it? If you can't answer those questions, and neither can your stakeholder, it's your job to raise the red flag. Because data work without purpose isn't just a waste of time, it's a missed opportunity to actually lead. And you're probably costing the company money in the process. This is how you go from being a person who gets tagged in every data request to the person who gets invited to the strategy meetings before the request even gets made. And if you're ready to shift your process into high gear, check out this video.